What up YouTube, it's Misery Hates Company, and in this video I'm going to show you the very best companions to use for both free to play, pay to play, just all around best, as well as the best ones for beginners, because it actually comes at a request from you guys. And if you guys want to see a specific video, I am happy to at least entertain the idea. So if you want to put in the comments a video that you would like to see or a topic you'd like to see me cover, go ahead and put it in any of my videos and I will read all of my comments. And there's a good chance that if it's a good idea, I'll probably make a video about it. So make sure you consider it and put your comments below on what videos you want to see me make. Now, like I said, this video in particular is going to be about the very best companions. So without further ado, let's get straight into that topic. So I have a pretty good variety of companions already. I mean, this account is not new by any means, but there are specific companions that I think are better for A, specific heroes, and then B, for where you are in the game. So if you are brand spanking new to the game, obviously the first companion you're going to use is probably whatever you get, because you don't start off with any. At least I don't believe they did that. Now I do know they added specific companions as rewards, as a type of like catch-up mechanics to some of the main quest line. Now I don't know because I've already done all of my main quests, so I don't know which ones are which. But generally speaking, I think the best companion you want to get for, as, like I said, as a very brand new beginner account, is any companion that actually fights with you. So I believe these guys do. So again, any of these, a lot of the rare ones, or I'm sorry, the common companions do have this ability where they follow the summoner and attack enemies to deal damage while active. That's all you really need in the very, very true beginning stages of the game when you're leveling. Just a nice quality of life. You just basically get a summoned companion who fights by your side. And so that would be it for the very true beginners. When it comes time for the mid to late game, that's when your choices kind of get a lot broader as you start unlocking more of these companions. Obviously, if you don't know, we have three rankings. We have common companions, we have rare companions, and then we have the special companions. Now from there, you have up to 6 different star levels. All red would be, actually I think I could show it to you if I go to upgrade. So all red would be a full 6-star. I don't even have a 6-star companion yet, so there's that. Only 6-star special. I do have 6 stars of these, but of the common ones. And the common ones are really good. You want to make sure for all companions, you just collect all of them, because all of them have a collection stat. And I like what Netmarble has been doing recently with some of the new companions. They have this XP gain, which is huge for especially new players coming into the game. You need to level several characters, several heroes in this game to level up your squad rank. So it's great that they give you ability of doing that, because you can, this applies to all your characters. All your heroes get this bonus XP. And then the more you level them up and the higher rank they get, the more stars, the more this goes up. So it's like a free way of getting XP bonus, which is a straight W. But when you do get to the mid game, you do get a battle pass, right? So if you beginners, if you want to get a battle pass, you usually basically get a max level. I want to say you get enough 5, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you get enough to unlock whatever the new special companion is. Ghost Rider was okay. I mean, this, as you can see, this current season has 1 day and 1 hour left. Usually a little bit of lag time in between seasons before they come out with a new one. So that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be getting a new companion in the next day and an hour. It's probably going to be like a week or 2 after that. But so the battle pass is a great way of getting a special companion. Ghost Rider was a decent option pickup, because even at just level 2, I'm almost at 5% bonus XP gain, which is fantastic. Now, a go-to hero that I've seen a lot of people use and is a really good hero for magic in particular, or anyone who's really tanky or uses health as a good stat, you actually would want to use, where is he? Right here, Ultron. So Ultron increases your max damage rate, which is fine. The bonus effect, which you get at 5 stars, and then I think the special ones, you get 2 of them, 1 at 4, 1 at 6, I believe. And then, so this one is crit damage, which is really good. So his skill, however, is creates a barrier equal to 30% of your max HP for 10 seconds. So like I said, for any hero that uses HP as like a key stat, like Magic does, where she actually has a specialization that puts HP into attack, this is huge. I mean, especially in Dimension Duels 1v1s, as a rare companion, this is like a really great way of having I would say, A tier companion for Magic. So if you're using Magic, I would highly recommend Ultron. Now, the the pay to win version of that would be, where is he? Would be Baron Mordo. Mordo. I don't know. I'm probably saying that wrong. Someone correct me in the comments below. But that's because he gives the XP gain, but his skill is actually pertains to magic and Doctor Strange in particular. So I would argue that this guy Baron is easily the best in slot for Doctor Strange and magic because of this. So you actually get increased attack by a percent amount, and then you get recovers ultimate gauge by a set amount, and then you decrease remaining cooldown by 12.5% or whatever it is for your skill. I have 6 out of 8, and this is only for Doctor Strange or magic. So it says, I believe, if the summoner is another hero, follow summoner and attacks enemies with multiple magic missiles that deal 1057% damage while summoned, disappears upon finishing the attack. That's still very good. So he was a very good pickup. Again, he is a special companion, but he is definitely one of the best in slots for magic and Doctor Strange. Another one is actually this one, the one I'm using right now. So Donna Ports is I think slept on companion. She's only a rare, which means you're likely just in playing the game going to be getting a lot of her. But her skill is she actually increases all types of damage for 21 seconds, which is fantastic. So I usually use her when it comes time for my Star-Lord as well as my Storm, which I'm currently leveling, because it's a nice burst of quick damage. You can just kind of build up, and if you use correctly, you can just blow up someone in like one shot, which is great. In terms of like the overall best option for an account that is newer to the game, I would recommend looking at focusing on the rare companions, because while they're better than the commons but not as rare or as expensive in terms of in-game resources to get as a special, they have really solid stuff. And I already gave you 2 examples of these two. So 2 other companions that I think are very, very strong when it comes time for PvE content, which again has nothing to do with PvP, but just truly player versus environment, your dungeons, your raids, your blitzes, your raids, or anything else like that. It's going to be these 2. So the first one is Thana, I want to say is how you say it. Her skill is blows up a pillar of light. Basically, you get increased attack by a percent amount for 10 seconds, which is really good. And it's to the party, so your whole party does increased attack. Now, if you really want to min-max your specific party, you could run someone with that as Thana, and then Circe, who also has basically reduces the defense of the target, and that is anyone who is attacking that target benefits from your defense debuff. So that's a huge. So if you basically increase your whole party's attack, lower the defense of the target, I mean that's just huge. You can really blow up a boss, if you will, in a raid environment, especially with the new level 5 raids if you're having any problems with that. So those would be the 2 that I would say would be best for PvE. I think there'd be 2 notable mentions I would mention here, and that would be Vision. He just does a flat amount of damage, as well as decreases your damage received by 14%, so that's pretty nice as well. But he does do a decent amount of damage. And if we're talking about damage, we can't just skip out on our boy Icarus, because he does 1069% damage. Now, all of these are specials, but if you played the game when it first came out with companions, these 3 in particular that I just mentioned, the Eternals, you probably have at least one of each, I would assume, because I can't remember the offers they did, but I want to say they just gave away like a bunch of them. So that was really, really nice. Now, if you're just now joining the game, that's fine. I gave you options as well, but like I said, early game, focus on a summonable one, and then when you get to mid to late game is when you really want to focus in on a specific companion that is good for your hero, like all the ones we mentioned previously. When it comes time for the skills, I would really recommend just holding off on using any of your skill cards until you know who you're going to use in the late game. They're easier to come by than they were in the past, but I still would not waste them. So lastly, we'll go ahead and talk about a few really good PvP options for companions. So when it comes to PvP, Gilgamesh is a really solid option because he actually stuns the enemy, stuns for 1.61 seconds after the skill lands, which is huge in Dimension Duels. And if timed right, because it is a bit of an AoE in Omega War, you could actually stun a few people, which is pretty amazing. So he's a decent option as well. I got lucky with some of his, so I actually got him to the 5-star rank. Another very good option for PvP is Yondu. Yondu, when he first came out to the game, he was like the Spider-Man counter because of this. Cannot use dodge skills for 3.5 seconds. Bleeds when the skill lands, which decreases HP recovery by 50%. And he does 514% damage and applies a bleed to the enemy. So he's a very, very solid option for anyone who's going to be dodging around. So I would consider him a counter to Magic, Spider-Man, and Captain Marvel, really. So I hope this video has helped you look at some of the different things you can do with companions, as well as giving you some really early game options, as well as mid to late game. There's a lot of different ways you can use your companions, and they're also still relatively new. So I feel like I'm constantly finding new companions like Donna Ports. So I'm like, this is a rare companion that is arguably just as good as a special companion. What? And I'm very surprised by it. But all in all, I hope this video has helped you. If it does, make sure you smash that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel because I am bringing you tons and tons of Marvel Future Revolution content. And I'm going to leave you guys on this note. I would love for you to check out my video about Storm because she is fantastic. And like I said, Donna Ports is actually a really good companion for her. So I'll go ahead and put that video right over there. So click on that video right now for the very best Storm build. Check it out.